give us a moment of reflection.
Wow, what a trip. 91 years old. I didn't spend much time with my brother Al when I was young.
What's that?
But we sure made up for it when we got back from overseas. Al was drafted in 1942 and went overseas in European theater. And I ran away from the orphanage at age 15, joined the service, and went to the South Pacific. And he was stationed in Iran and Iraq. And when I came back to San Francisco, I called my mom. And she said, I got a cablegram, and my heart just dropped, because that's the way they used to inform me of your loved loss. And she says, no, it isn't that. He says, Albert's home. He's in New York. He's on his way home. And wouldn't you know, we both got to Denver at the same time. And we went to Patsy's family reunion. Gosh, that was before all of you. Look around you, he's here, every bit of that. I know Al he loved astronomy. I was looking through the Life magazine one day, and I saw this picture of Mother Earth suspended in the blackness of space. And I said, he's got to have that. So I took it to my computer and ran a copy of it. And sent it to him along with a letter. And I said, Al, look at the West Coast. I said, that's where we both started from. I said, I bounced around the South Pacific and you went clear around the world. And I showed him where the spots were at, where he was stationed, where I traveled. I was trying to ad-lib this, but it's kind of hard to stir up the memories. But you know, Al was, when we were all young, I remember Grandpa Vito came to our place to get Al to go ahead and give him a hand at his ranch. And Dad says, no, I need him here. He's got chores to do here. So he went off in a huff, Grandpa did. And as he was crossing the river in his buckboard and horses, a flash flood hit him, washed them all 3 miles down the river. But God had a plan for Brother Al. He went overseas, came back. He still had a plan for our Brother Al. A week ago Saturday, Brother Al left us, but God still has a plan for him.
That's right.
He's watching over each and every one of us. And Al was proud of his French heritage. Mother was French-Canadian. And I would call him and I would say, Monsieur Alfredo. He would say, oh no, Monsieur Andre. And we'd talk. And we'd always finish a conversation with, au revoir, Alfredo, au revoir, Andre. But he was one heck of a nice guy. I'm proud to say he was my brother.
Thank you very much. Okay, my father was asked to speak as the eldest son. I'm speaking on his behalf. Some things are harder say, especially for the children. I can't speak as a son of Grandpa. I can't speak as his brother. I can only speak as one of his beloved grandchildren. And I remember, and I've had cousins tell me, reminding me that Grandpa always had that faint smell of red peppermint and cigarettes. And I remember he taught me how to bait a hook. I got my love and affinity for fishing from my grandfather. I got a lot from my grandfather, which was passed on through my father. I haven't always made the best decisions in my life. But no matter what I did, Grandpa never looked down on me. He never looked down on any of his kids. On anybody. It doesn't matter if you're a grandkid, great-grandkid, you were his kids. We were all his children. And one thing I know is that there's nothing that words can say that have not been said in tears and song, in laughter, in smiling, in the family coming together. Just to show support for Grandpa, everybody who was there for him in the hospice, in the hospital, to make sure that he was never alone. That goes beyond anything that I can ever say to show the kind of person that Grandpa was. Grandpa was loved for many things. He was stubborn. He was rough around the edges sometimes. But when it came to the grandchildren, his bark was always worse than his bite.
Yeah.
Grandpa was the biggest sweetheart, and my biggest regret is my kids did not get to meet their great-grandfather, but you know what? I think that in memory of my grandfather, the traditions and the family support that he wanted us all to have should live on, that all the cousins should know each other, that all the families should come together at least once a year. And if for no other reason, then he taught us better. Love you guys. I just wanted to say that. Thank you.